Hello. New guitar. That's right. I've gotten a new guitar. Time to open it. But here it is. Oh, Strandberg. Feel better, sound better. This is, as I'm sure you can guess, an 8-string guitar. This is my first 8-string that I've ever gotten personally, and my first headless, and therefore my first Strandberg. Damn. I'm not usually one to get that excited about a soft case, but this is good. Wow. We have a picture of Ole Strandberg himself. What else do we have? User guide. I have a look at that later. Probably not though. And what else do we have? Multi-tool adjustment parts. Oh yeah. Oh nice. That's awesome. Ah, it's for tuning and restringing. Swedish flag there as well. That's very nice. Feels amazing. Oh wow. I feel like every single person that reviews a Strandberg on YouTube says the same thing, which is that it feels like nothing. Holy shit. Pickup selector feels nice. Tone knob, volume knob, they feel really nice. Wow. It's reasonably in tune aside from a couple of strings. Wow. Wow. The neck feels amazing with the Endure neck. This feels so comfortable, which has always been my one and only issue with 8s, is that they can feel a little bit uncomfortable because of how big they are inherently. And it's really like resonant as well. Wow. Frets feel really good, stainless steel frets as well. I'm really curious to see how the stock in-house Strandberg pickups sound as well. Wow. I am gonna have to compose a song with this and come back to you with a little playthrough and a review, because holy moly, this feels amazing and I'm gonna have to plug it in. So I will be back soon. had this guitar for about a week now, which I think is enough time to just get an idea of sort of how it feels and how it plays and how it sits with me, especially considering this is the first 8-string that I've had. And I've got to say, this is really, really, really impressive. Pretty much everything about this sort of shocked me in the best way possible. Prior to getting one of these, I did a lot of research into Strandbergs, watched a lot of reviews on YouTube of them, just to get an idea of what they would feel like, because obviously they can't be obtained in New Zealand, which is where I live. So I kind of be buying one blind, and I've got to say, this is absolutely amazing. The neck feels really, really comfortable to play, even though it's got that weird sort of parallelogram feel to it. It is really comfortable and feels really ergonomic, as does the rest of the guitar. It feels like I can sit pretty much anywhere in any position and it feels comfortable on me. I can be standing with it, having it in more of that classical position, playing it in that sort of classic rock style. I can just be noodling away on the couch or even in bed with it, and it feels comfortable any way I play it. The pickups are amazing. I was really shocked at the quality level of the pickups. They honestly sound better than a Fishman Fluence. The tuning stability on this is insane. It's currently running just the stock 9 to 84 D'Addario MY XL set, and for the most part I've just had it in drop E, so standard tuning, and then take the low F sharp down to an E, but I've taken it down all the way to C sharp just to test out how that would sound, and the tuning stability was great. Granted, the string was really floppy, but that's more to do with the gauge than the actual guitar, although the scale length does make up for it. Which I'll also add, the scale length feels really, really, really comfortable. It's sort of just that sweet spot between having that intonation and tuning stability, but it doesn't feel like I'm playing a gigantic tree trunk. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention is the case. Like I said before, the case feels really, really good too. Really, really premium. You can fit a good amount of stuff in here. I fit a water bottle, scarf, beanie, wallet, phone even, and it seemed to just about fit it. Ultimately, I have really 2 gripes with it, the Strandberg. One of them is reasonably fixable. It's that this is full price, about 3,100 New Zealand dollars, including shipping. And for most guitars at that price range, you'd expect to get locking tuners. And this doesn't have locking tuners, which isn't the end of the world for me. I don't care that much about whether my guitars have locking tuners or not. I meant to say strap locks. Anyway, which to me isn't a huge deal. Personally, I usually use the Shayla strap locks, like what I have on this Ibanez RGD series here, because I can just get a pair of strap locks and just chuck them in really easily. Honestly, the only other complaint that I have is all the other guitars in my collection kind of pale in comparison to this. And this is quite specific because it's an 8-string, and that's partially why I wanted to get this, is I knew that this was the only real 8-string option out there that I knew I would vibe with, just simply because I've played Court ones, Ibanez ones, Harley Benton as well, and none of them I really enjoyed. They felt too bulky. They were really just sort of uncomfortable. Even the multi-scale ones just didn't feel quite right. Either they were too long or too short, just not quite right. But this feels really comfortable for an 8-string, which is an instrument that is going to be inherently uncomfortable to play. They've ended up doing a really good job of making it feel quite comfortable. It kind of makes me want to get a second Strandberg at some point, possibly a 6-string one, or even a 7-string, but the 7 strings, the scale length on them isn't quite what I want. So I think I'm probably going to be sticking to my Ibanez model for the 7 strings. And I do love my Solar 6-string that I have in pink. That's amazing as well, but I would be nice to get a Strandberg just as a point of difference between the 2 guitars. So I think that just about sums up my review of this. Usually I'd expect to have more critical things to say about them, because anyone that knows me knows that I'm very picky with my instruments and I'm very critical of guitar companies for the work that they do, but it's very difficult for me to fault this. This sounds amazing, it feels amazing, it's really comfortable, and straight out of the box it was pretty much perfectly set up. So I think I'm just going to leave it at that and say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a future video. Bye bye.